Here's an interesting development. You know, we talked about the GameStop Microsoft situation where we couldn't figure out why are they signing this deal? What is this deal about? They're going to use Microsoft Surface products in the store. They're going to use the Microsoft backend for meetings and business-related things. I'm like, what's the big deal with that? Why? What's the incentive? Look at this report. Microsoft will share digital revenues with GameStop on every Xbox it sells.
So they get a percentage?
Of any, from the point at which the person buys the Xbox from them, all spending they do digitally afterwards, they get a percentage.
Huh.
That is big business.
Yeah.
How did they cut a deal with that, like with Microsoft? Is their footprint big enough, their influence big enough that this could be meaningful to Microsoft? Because here's the thing. Let's say I got a GameStop, right? And a person comes in the store or goes on a website and they want a next-gen console. And I got two consoles. I got the Xbox, I got the PlayStation. I can sell you the Xbox and take a piece of everything you ever do on it. Small piece.
Yeah.
I could sell you the PlayStation and bye-bye, good night, whatever margin I get on the purchase, and then that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Which one am I going to sell you?
Well, yeah, the Xbox for sure. But how much is this percentage here?
I don't think it needs to be big.
No,
because you think about the person spending over the course of a console, if they get the digital only, it's much bigger than the console itself.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, like, this is not to say that I know that there's no similar deal with Sony or something like that. No, I'm not sure how those relationships exist, but GameStop is one of these places where it is the console battleground where you can buy either. It's not the company's own website.
Mm-hmm.
This is the place where you could get talked into one over the other.
Mm-hmm.
And so maybe Microsoft said, look, we don't have to do this. We want people to buy direct. But if they find themselves in a GameStop, we want to make sure that GameStop has more incentive to sell our program than theirs. That's the only way I can imagine there's enough leverage on the GameStop side to cut a deal like this.
Yeah. Well, you were talking about how employees were having Surface laptops or tablets and stuff. Right?
That's right.
Imagine it's like the whole branding. It's just Microsoft.
That's what I'm saying.
GameStop. It could happen.
Listen, I'm saying, man, they're moving in that direction.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, they're going to have the Sony stuff as it stands right now, but the initial deal, I was skeptical. I felt like pieces were missing as to what exactly did these parties gain out of that. I guess Microsoft gets a big customer on the corporate side with the back-end stuff, and I assume that these contracts cost money. But then I was thinking, well, what does GameStop get out of it just by using Surface products? It's not really that big. Maybe this is what they get out of it.
Right. Yeah.
And both parties get to work together to compete against Sony. That's the way it sounds on paper. I'm not saying I don't know. Well, GameStop's been having all kinds of difficulties. This could be a nice little boost for them.
Mm-hmm.
A nice little boost for them, and it could be one of the many nodes in the wild battlefield that these different consoles have to go out there and battle in.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of interesting to me, but again, there's probably nothing stopping Sony from cutting a similar deal with a different retailer. Right? Best Buy, let's say.
Best Buy, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm not sure if they will or won't, but it's interesting.
Mm-hmm.